Alright, welcome back. Welcome back, me old mucker. We're about to enter Orzammar, city of the Dwarves. What's going on here?
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign Dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have urgent need to talk to your king.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Alright, time to pull out the ace. I am a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner?
Just the sound file must have glitched. Alright, this guy's... Anyway, this guy... Anyway, he did say, in the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. So we're not going to take that from him. That's enough. Raise your blade if you're so tough.
I will at that. I'm a messenger of King Loghain.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
No problem.
Enemies
Let's
approaching.
kill these punks.
On it.
Actually, I'm going to kill this guy in heavy armor. He looks pretty...
This should be easy enough.
mage. Oh. I'd say we sure showed them. Oh, poultice. Lovely. Tut tut tut. Shouldn't have fought us. They should not have fought us. Right, now I can go inside, yes?
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Alright. Orzammar. Now, there is a lot to look at. Meaning, there is a lot of free XP to come
Those
across.
statues are Dwarven paragons, if I remember right.
Yes.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Fred, please, just a minute.
Don't say that. Get back to the fort. I want to see more details.
Alright, they only the first one.
So, you know that I'm a Templar, right?
I believe what I heard was that you were not, in fact, a Templar. You were trained as one before you became a Grey Warden.
That's right, but I still have all the abilities of one, of course. That doesn't make you nervous.
Should it? I am no apostate. Perhaps you should be directing this question at Morrigan.
She claims not to be afraid of me, or anything, really. But you've had more experience with the Templars than her.
Yeah, sorry to cut off Alice's little conversation with Wynn. Do like to listen to them, but we got places to go. Kind of busy here.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king! I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders.
Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the Commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
The Blight is coming and I need Orzammar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, well. As you can see, these people aren't exactly rolling out the welcome wagon. There is a lot to do, a lot of shops to go to. No, wrong place. But we're interested in only 2 people.
Dwarven vomit. Charming.
Lord Harrowmont and Prince Balin. There were 2 people fighting over the recently vacant throne of Orzammar.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
And obviously, we're going to have to choose which person we're going to help. Now, I'm going to help Lord Harrowmont. Basically because Prince Balin is a dick. And that's all you need to know. We have to do some favors for them before we can actually get off to the important questing.
News
of the hour.
Is Lord
Balin considering a dissolution of the ancient class?
Yeah, more XP.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors.
So
Our
this
prince
is
has
the seat of the
Orzammar's
king.
deadliest warriors
Except he isn't
behind
sitting
him.
there at the moment, I suppose.
Here we go. This is where we want to be. Chamber of the Assembly. Alright, this is the guy you want to speak to if you want to ally yourself with Prince Balin. But I don't like Prince Balin.
The Assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Let's go and see the Dwarven politics at work.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Desher's lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities, they may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Yeah.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden.
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the Gate Guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Right, so we need to go to Harrowmont's estate. It should be just right outside somewhere. Oh, there he is.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I would speak with Lord Harrowmont.
In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you.
How can I prove I'm not working for Balin?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Dashers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So, you would like me to enter the proving in Harrowmont's name?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Alright, so the proving is basically an arena. Like a gladiatorial arena. Colosseum type thing. And basically you can enter the fights
Lord
under the under the banner of whatever person you've decided to help out to gain their trust.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Agra. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do, that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
This fellow here, he's called Ogren, and we'll meet him. We'll meet him properly later on. Oh, but let's go fight in the arena. Tedium. That's what I call. Oh, pardon me. That's what I call the Orzammar. It does get more interesting once we've, you know, once we've done the first two little side quests. The first is the arena. The second one's a bit more interesting, but it's still nothing that interests me. I still find it tedious.
Aren't you chilly, Sten?
Chilly. I don't know this word.
It's much warmer where you're from, isn't it? Don't you feel cold?
I suppose.
Now, I think we can do what he wanted us to do, which is he wanted us to find out why Harriman's fighters have pulled out. But I think if you just enter the fights yourself and win them all, then that's pretty much like it's all the same way to get to the same end, I think. So
They don't kill each other in the arena, do they? I mean, why would anyone find that entertaining?
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight?
I'd like to fight as Lord Harriman's champion.
Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
I am Bob of the Grey Wardens.
We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to
Bob
start?
is hard to pronounce. Alright, ready and eager.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
What are you waiting for? I want to fight.
Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there.
Yeah, you have to do 4 fights, I think. 3, maybe.
This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Suvern of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Suvern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Harriman's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Aituken and our future King Balin.
Get ready to eat those words.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Bring it on, punk. Let's kick this guy's ass. Oh, cool.
Here we go. Move and parry, strike and kill.
What a punk.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
Yeah, damn right.
That was an exciting start, Warden. Suvern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Let us go.